Professor Milk, oh. Hello class. I know many of you hate the length of these intros that I do. I'll try to keep this one short. This video isn't going to have any flashy animations. We are going cold cut classic retro on this one. Something quick, simple, and pure. A little thing for the few guys out there that wanted a little bit of closure. So, for all 10 people watching this video, where has Professor Milk been this time? What did he find to do that was more important than entertaining the masses? You see, your standard by-the-books Professor Milk doesn't feel the need or experience any pressure to create. He simply thinks of something he finds funny or interesting and spends a few weeks writing, a couple more recording and creating. But ooh, how things have changed. You see, after Professor Milk dipped his toes back into the pernicious come-hither waters of YouTube with his Ash video, he lost his way and his mind. But then he became enlightened. Now, not enlightened, I mean to say, he got into a horrific car accident, totaling his car, and while it was quite tragic, he did manage to keep a stiff upper lip during the worst of it. This was all during his move from California to Oklahoma. Because he had no car, he was forced to take a 48-hour bus trip. And if you know anything about Professor Milk, he would rather jump off a bridge, survive the fall, and slowly die in an understaffed hospital than be forced to use public transit like some kind of second-class citizen, i.e. the homeless women. And because of the communal nature of a bus, he simply cannot stand the racial diversity and the much too casual intermingling of social classes. As you can say, it was a rough trip. I'm fatter, but I suppose that's what I get for being sad all the time. I'm sorry, these are all stories for another day. For those of you still playing League in 2018, Omega Lol, rest in peace, I bring you number 15 in a series of borderline identical videos. A lot of thought went into this final League of Legends guide. I was gonna save this guy for a bit further down the road, but as all mediocre things must come to a pathetic, sputtering demise, I thought I'd shine a little light on one of my favorite League of Legends heroes. Thank you for joining me in Teemo, a farewell from AP. I'm Professor Milk. Let's get started. Teemo is an average champ that really no one understands. Riot, Reddit, and the Balance team just trash him without playing him firsthand. Look, if you're embarrassed to play him, make a new League account and open this video incognito. Your friends don't have to know you watched this. I do the same thing with Ninja. Buy the hat, buy the skin, dress up, maybe even as Teemo. This is a safe place. Good? Good. Now, during my initial steps of learning any champion, I like to quickly check if any of the skins have dresses or skirts, so I can give them a little peep, a little I spy in one of those model viewers. But no luck. Moving on. I personally have countless Teemo games. Per week, I've been playing on average around the ballpark of 10 to 1500 games since circa Coney 2012. Clocking in at 2 feet 1 inch, or if you're not from America and use the metric system, 5.5 meters, we have this little ball of wild excitement. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. We are talking about my small boy Tito. Now, why do people play Teemo? Aside from the obvious fair blend between bestiality and microphilia, one of the reasons people play this champion is because he's so small. Enemies have a hard time clicking on him, especially in a heated gaming moment. It's a pretty high-level gaming concept. It also makes the summoner you and me at home feel bigger by comparison, which is one of the reasons Tyler1 enjoys playing him so much, but more on that during the interviews. If you want to learn more about Teemo on your own, try texting Cha-Cha your question and one of the guides there can help you out. First, I just wanted to say that I got a new computer, guys, so I'm switching from medium to medium high. And bada boom, it's a masterpiece. Oh god, look at this, look at this. Now, let's go over Titty's abilities. Q, Blinding Dart. Press Q and your next auto attack will blind your target on hit. As you can see, my enemy's auto attacks are doing absolutely no damage. This effect lasts for 2.5 seconds, scaling up to 5 when reaching level 5. As many people build Runan's Hurricane on Timus, it should be known that once you purchase it, since your Q blinds on hit, you'll be able to blind 3 targets at once. W, Move Quick. Back when I tricked enough people into thinking I was a YouTuber, Riot invited me to their Creators Lab, where I got to talk to the man who got to name Teemo's W. He said I wasn't sure if people would get the Move Quick thing, but they did. It goes to show that when you take a big creative risk, it can really pay off. Believe it or not, this is the same creative master that named Jax's Leap Strike, Draven's Spinning Axe, and Vladimir's Blood Circle. Move Quick gives Teemo passive move speed, 40%. When activated, it triples, and temporarily breaks the 500 move speed cap. E. Toxic Shot. This one simply gives Timmel's auto attacks flat magic damage along with damage over time. R. Noxious Trap. From the Latin, oopsies, what did I just step in? Teemo places his invisible seed on the ground and stays active for 10 minutes. They grant vision, which obviously means they count towards your vision score, and when an enemy steps in one, it makes them go, according to the wiki page, ouchie wouchie. Tommy can store up to 3 shrooms at a time before he starts bursting at the seams. These shrooms can be placed in 2 of 3 shapes: a circle and 2 intersecting bent lines. Dropping your boot in a shroom causes the enemy champion, minion, or monster's feet to become slathered in Teemo's poisonous sauce, slowing them, inflicting damage over time, and permanently reducing their will to live by at least 40%, which stacks. Passive. Guerrilla Warfare. After standing still for 2.5 seconds, Teemo turns completely transparent, unable to be seen by enemies until he moves or attacks. While in his passive, Teemo can take some time off to focus on all sorts of things: your next play, on your family, or maybe wait for a cooldown before fighting. If Guerrilla Warfare goes off whilst Teemo is in a bush, he can also move freely. Let me share some build ideas and then we can discuss them. We have the classic, Ward, the Bursty Boy, Tankmo, and the Milk build. Believe it or not, Riot is actually patching this build today. Reaver and Infinity Edge are getting reworked, but it should function the same way with the same ideas. This build is meant to be played top lane, but it will work in all lanes excluding support. Look, everyone builds AP or AP on hit. It's cliche. We aren't cliche here, folks. Webster's dictionary defines cliche as the sentence you're currently listening to. So if you want to really change the game, give my build a shot. I brought quite a few guests to help me out with this especially tough build. Let's get through them quickly. This is a little segment I like to call Wise Words from the Pros. I've started with the big guns, folks. This man needs no introduction. Just as I finished telling him about the build, he immediately cut me off, placing his index finger over my pouty lips and said,
"Crit Teemo top lane is OP."
Hey, what more can I say, folks? Moving on. Normally I go through and respond to each and every one of these, but since I have more than I normally do, I'm going to quickly run through them. Of all the pros I've talked to over the years, none of them have had such refinement and class as my next guest. I look to this man when I need an expert's point of view and some advice on how to get a good shave. Please welcome TSM Bjergsen.
Why don't more people play Teemo 80 crit? He's too low range, that's why. He's too low range, so when you're in range to do damage, mages are in range to just destroy you. And Teemo doesn't have any defense or escape. He only has his movement speed. So the problem, it's good in lane for sure, but then once you reach team fights, against good players, you won't be able to really play, especially if they have champions that have longer range than you, like an AD carry that has longer range, like Caitlyn or Syndra or Orianna or Zoe. It's going to be really hard for you to do damage effectively in fights.
I can understand that. Mages burst, fair, but as you can see, getting into a 1v1 with a bursty mage like LeBlanc shouldn't be an issue at all. Nice try, Bjergsen. Our next guest, the hair of a stallion, the strength of an ox, yet still showing enough mercy to give us our 3-minute ads when we need them most. One of my favorite guests, Michael I'm a Cutie Pie Santana.
Hey man, I'm having a bit of an issue here. I've been playing Teemo top with AD crit. Usually I go Bork, Runon's Reaver, IE Zerix with a Gunblade. Everyone calls me bad. My mom says I'm fat. You don't think this build is bad, Ray? That doesn't sound bad. That sounds pretty good actually, yeah. What's wrong with that? That sounds okay.
Classic Santana. Although it might seem like I'm a Cutie Pie's just yanking my chain here, not in a good way. So I asked Thorin to discuss Cutie Pie's credibility with LS.
Is I'm a Cutie Pie just trolling or something? You know, you can't tell.
Cutie Pie is good.
Cutie Pie is good, but most, like what you're saying, most NA challengers, it doesn't necessarily mean anything.
LS is my gift horse, and so help me Christ, I will not be looking at him in the mouth. If you don't trust him, there is no one to trust. My next guest holds a place in my heart that simply cannot be matched. He Twitter DM'd me back in 2015 when I was really into YouTube saying, I just saw your Kog'Maw video and was impressed. The quality is so awesome. Keep it up, man. I have not and will not ever forget that. Please welcome the kid, the League of Legends genius, Mr. Voyboy. Love this guy.
What's up, Mr. Kid? I just wanted some quick help. I've been playing top lane Teemo for a bit with AD and Crit, and I've been owning. What do you think? My friends hate when I do it. Also, my mom loves your beard. Hey, your mom, she does a little bit more than love my beard, but I won't hurt your innocence. AD Crit Teemo. I mean, yeah, can you play Teemo as like an AD carry? You can. He has a lot of free mobility. He wins duels with his blind. He has like, you know, free shroom control, all that stuff. But with that said, I feel like your maximum DPS is better with like Nashers and Rageblade and stuff. So if you're going to be playing an on-hit type champion like Teemo, I feel like, can you go AD crit? Yes. Is it optimal? No.
Well, he might not be as perceptive to the build as you and I, but we have to respect his thorough analysis. Hey summoners, you guys remember C9's Sneaky? Yeah, this picture was taken 5 years ago. He's a chick now, yep. But hey, we accept everyone here. Well, we accept everyone here. Let's see what he has to say.
I think he's got better builds.
Oof, yikes. Okay, we gotta speed this up. Let's just run through these. No commentary, I'll be quiet. Biofrost.
I can't believe how tall you look today and your hair looks so practical. Quick question. I've been playing top Teemo with AD Crit and everyone says it sucks and is spit on me. I go Runon's Reaver, Orc, i.e. Zerk's Gunblade. Is it really that bad?
Honestly, I think if you're fed, that would work. It just depends if you're fed or not.
Hashinshin.
No, dude. That build will carry you to Challenger. They're wrong about you. You just keep doing you, man. You know, once again, I realize the difference between the word girl and boy.
Okay, I gotta cut him off here. He keeps talking about my message, but it led him into a 30-minute rant about nothing, and I'm sure no one's surprised. TF Blade.
Just had a quick question. I love to play top Teemo with AD Crit. Usually I go Runon's Reaver, Orc, i.e. Gunblade with Zerks, but everyone says I'm stupid. My mom hits me whenever I build it. Is it that bad?
Dude, what the fuck? I don't think it should be bad. Any build can work, dude, as long as you think it can work. It will work.
Very touching. Love the glasses. Trick 2G.
Hey, buddy.
What up?
Love the hairline. My mom thinks it's hot. Anyway, I have been playing top lane Teemo AD / Crit and have been going run-ins, Reaver, Bork, EA, Zerks, Gunblade. Everyone says I'm ugly and spits on me when I build it. It's not that bad, is it?
That list of items right there, man, that's straight like waste management. Not saying it doesn't work, but you know, I guess just if you like that build and you want to be different, that's the way you do it.
Nice video gaming. Thanks for the kind words. You're a beast. Hey, quick question, if you are not busy, why does League so hard? Lol. Also, do you go to any events? My mum wants to meet up.
My bad, got a little off track. Tyler 1.
I think Teemo's push control and lane control at level 6 is disgusting. I think it's really strong in bot lane.
What's strange is that I then inquired about the actual build in a follow-up message, and he got distracted, started looking at pictures of his own muscles, and I don't know. But I do know that he has the chops to play Teemo. Hey, we had a lot of guests, but we did get through them. That was wise words from the pros. Runes, a boom, summoners, kablam, time for action. Teemo's role is one of split pushing, guerrilla warfare, planting his seed, and being able to 1v1 any AD carry. But it takes time to get to that point. When you start out, you might get outplayed by an Evelynn. In the early game, Fiora might be a bit troublesome. A Fiora lane might be a bit bunglesome. The laning phase against Fiora might be a bit cumbersome. A Brawler's Glove first item pop, you might turn the tides against you. A greedy recall against the Garen might put the lane in a bad spot. You might even forget how some top lane champions even work. But that's okay. AD carry Teemo violently outscales AP Teemo. So all it takes is for your jungler to gank you off a little bit just once, and you could turn the whole thing around. As you can see, the Fiora is no match for my mechanical skill. This goes for every top laner out there. Don't be afraid to get into a long auto attack battle with the enemy top lane, because more often than not with AD, you'll be able to outtrade them with sustain and on-hit damage. The doom and gloom of top lane is broken instantly by this underrated little item that grants Teemo's every wish, Essence Reaver. Reaver, after Runans, gives Teemo 40% CDR when coupled with Transcendence. But after the current patch and the Essence Reaver change, that'll go down to only 30%, which is fine. The Reaver Runans combo offers some unique split pushing advantages, essentially giving you an unlimited warding trinket, unlimited health, and mana, something AP Teemo has no access to. After each wave you clear, go place a few mushrooms down to cover your sweet little boom boom from enemies. 40% CDR helps a ton. While you can use your TP to save your handicapped teammates, I mostly take it to give the impression that I'm going to help my teammates. Here's a misplay. Here is a good play, TPing for kills. And here's a play wherein my autistic fate has better things to do than win a simple 2v3. The healing aspect of this build can be noted in this clip here, and clips to follow. People think that Tremmy's W move quick is fairly useless, but it can give you that extra oomph you need to bob and weave around some key spells. Along with kissing your mother on the mouth, confidence is a key characteristic among Teemo players. Let's talk about Teemo's poison and crits. You have to trust them. Otherwise, you'll end up wasting your flash. It's very similar to the ideas I had with Fizz. As soon as you know the poison will kill them, walk away. People will question mark ping you, but they'll see. Now let's cover shroom placement. The whole concept is not to place shrooms in good spots, but to place them where enemies will be. You may have to channel your inner Patricia Arquette or Raven Simone depending on your age group, but however you do it, it's a skill that can be learned. It may require baiting on your part, but as you're already playing Teemo, it shouldn't be too hard. Then we have shroom kiting. Shroom kiting is placing shrooms between your auto attacks and in small breaks of a fight. This is hypercritical as AD Teemo, as you'll be able to get huge amounts of crits during the slow. This, along with the actives from both Blade of the Ruined King and Gunblade, you can make sure that melee champions never touch you. Most people know how the blind functions, but many don't use it at the right time. AP Teemo is forced to use it as it's part of his damage, while AD Teemo gets to save it for when he really needs it. I lived. Also, note the sustain. I don't want to get too much into team comps, but I will say that having a Nunu on your team blood boiling you makes Teemo pretty ridiculous, making champions like Garen seem slow. However, there are times where it's not enough. Yikes. AP Teemo is bursty and waits for people to walk into his shrooms. AD Teemo looks for trouble. He's manly. It's a common misconception that all Teemo players are kissless virgins and Tryndamere mains on a losing streak, and while completely true, Teemo can be played by rugged AD carry mains also on a losing streak that want to play something a bit more impactful. Some quick ways to build AD Teemo without getting flamed. Teammate, why aren't you building Nashor's Tooth? You, what does that item do? They'll assume you're an R-word and not question you further. Easy. In conclusion, I love League of Legends. I play it every day. I can't imagine ever quitting, and I'm so excited to see what League of Legends has in store in 2025, because I'm sure I'll be playing then too. For those unaware, I've been streaming fairly consistently for the past few months, except for the last week and a half where I've been making this video. I command a huge audience and absolutely love doing it. Unfortunately, there's no league, but we do have lots of fun as such. I can kill someone with this. Can you guys feel how heavy this is? Here, feel it. Like you can kill someone with this. If you stop by from this video, be sure to let me know and I'll give you $100. You can find me at twitch.tv/professor_milk. I stream Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Central. And with that, I will see you anon. Godspeed.
Professor Milk? Poggers, dude. That's a name I haven't seen in a while. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Is that the real Professor Milk? Wait, does that mean Professor Milk's coming out with a new video? Oh, shit. Hey, Poggers in the chat for Professor Milk, boys. The best quality videos I've seen.
Professor Milk, oh.